So for today's video, I will be doing my nails as well as showing you the Gel X application method that I use now since developing a HEMA allergy. So essentially this whole tutorial application process is all HEMA free, so if you are someone that also has an allergy, this is the video for you for sure. I'm going to share with you all my favorite products that I use on my own sets as well as all my favorite HEMA free products. And speaking of HEMA free, Nail Reserve LA reached out and asked if they could send me some more nail polishes. I have worked with them in the past and I was thrilled when they reached out to me again. This video is not sponsored by any means. They just sent these over to me to share with you guys. So huge thank you to Nail Reserve LA. And they were also so kind as to give me a coupon code to share with you guys as well. If you use the code Krista, you will get 45% off your purchase of a minimum of 2 gel polishes. So that is awesome, and I will have all of that linked down below as well. And before jumping into the tutorial, I want to show you guys the colors and some swatches. So, the first thing that they included is this no wipe top coat, which huge fan of a no wipe top coat. They're the best. That way you don't have to have that added extra step of wiping off the sticky layer, so I appreciate that so much. And the first color I selected here is called Iced Coffee. And I love that their polishes also have the color on the lid, so if you store them in a drawer like I do, you know what you're looking for. So I also did swatch sticks of each of the colors so you can see what they look like. So there is Iced Coffee. Next up, we have Bliss Pink, and this is a really beautiful, like neon bright pink shade. I love it. And here is the swatch of Bliss Pink. Next up, we have Happy Birthday, and I love this color. I mean, it's not quite a Tiffany blue, it's more on the green side, but it is stunning. I love these types of shades. So again, Happy Birthday. And then this is one of the colors that I am using in today's tutorial, and this one is called Electric Rose. And this is your true bubblegum pink shade, and I love a good bubblegum pink, so this is everything. And here is another one that I'm using in today's video, and this one's called Baby Rose, and it is just that, a blush baby pink shade. And these last two are glitters, and I love them. So this one is called Diamonds for Breakfast, and this is like a silvery glitter shade, but it has pink sparkles in it. It is absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to use this one next. And then last but not least, this is the final shade that I am also using in today's video, called Milky Way. I've been eyeing this one on their site for a while, but it's been sold out, so I was happy that it was in stock and I was able to get it. So there is Milky Way. It's like a semi-transparent pink base that you could use with French tips like I did today, and there's tons of pink and gold glitter in there. It's beautiful. So that is Milky Way. So those are all of the colors I selected this time, and I had to show you them because they're beautiful. And if you want to see any of these in another nail video, let me know. So again, if you are interested in checking out Nail Reserve LA, I'll have them linked down below, as well as my coupon code if you are interested in getting anything yourself. So thank you again to Nail Reserve for sending me these gorgeous polishes. Now let's jump into the tutorial. Okay everyone, so now we are going to go ahead and get started on the actual nail application and design process to match my right hand here. But first I'm going to show you the tips that I'm using today, and also would recommend for you to use for yourself if you are looking into doing the Gel X method on your own hands. So the first brand that I'm going to show you is the more affordable option, and quite honestly just as good as the higher end option, except for the only difference between this one and the one I'm going to show you next is that there is one less size. So for example, typically nails are sized 0 through 9, 0 being the largest, 9 being the smallest, and with this one it is 1 through 10. So you lose that size 0, and I do need a size 0 on my thumbs, so I always end up having to grab into the other box anyways. So just wanted to throw that out there. But these are the Beatles brand medium coffin full cover soft gel tips. And they are so durable, so sturdy. The quality is amazing. I have never had them break on me. They work for not only Gel X but also as press-ons. Highly, highly recommend. Like I said, the only downfall is the fact that they do not have that size 0. So they just come organized by size, so that's super nice. You get a ton of them. I actually use a mix of these and the Kiara Sky, which I'll show you next, because I am actually waiting on order for some refill sizes of the Kiara Sky. So again, those are the Beatles nail tips. Anything that I can get on Amazon, I will have linked in my storefront down below, and it'll be under nail supplies. So if you're interested in any of this, that's where it'll be. Alright, so my personal favorites are the Kiara Sky brand, and this is their Jelly Tips Soak Off line. Now, like I had mentioned, these are a little bit higher end. They're slightly more pricey, and by slightly I mean actually quite a bit more pricey than the ones I just showed you. But these are just amazing. The quality is very comparable to the ones I just showed you, if not the same. The only difference is that at the cuticle area they're a little thinner, which is easier for blending purposes. And the best part about Kiara Sky is you can buy the individual size that you run out of to replace it, a lot like the Opera Gel X brand. With the more affordable options like Beatles, you just end up having to buy the whole set unless they add a new thing where you can buy the packets, which I hope they would, because sometimes you don't use a size and it's just a waste of money. But with them, you can repurchase individual sizes. And like I said earlier, this one does offer 0 through 9, and like I said, I'm a 0, so I gravitate towards these a lot more frequently. I use these on my press-ons that I sell on my Etsy shop. I intermix both actually, but mostly these, and I have them in a ton of sizes. But obviously for today's nails, we are doing a medium coffin. So those are the tips always want to etch the inside of your nail to give the glue something to really grab onto. And when I do this, I can get them to last 3 weeks, and it really makes a difference whether you etch it or not. Some people may disagree. I've done it both ways where I have not etched it, but it never lasts as long. So just a tip there on that. So to prep the natural nail, I already went ahead and buffed them. I did it earlier, so I don't really need to do it again. But buffing the natural nail to get the shine off will also help adhesion, so definitely don't skip this step. It's one of the most important. And then another important step is to use some sort of cleanser or dehydrator on the nail. And today I'm just using an alcohol wipe for the sheer purpose of this video. Normally I just use isopropyl alcohol and lint-free wipes, but to save time and space, I'm just gonna pull out an alcohol wipe. These work just as well. They're also lint-free, so you just don't want anything that's gonna leave little fuzzies on your nails. So I'm gonna go ahead and buff off any dust, dirt, and oil. Please excuse my eczema hand. I'm trying to keep it covered. It's in between my fingers as well. There's really no hiding it at this point, so I'm so sorry. But I had to get this video out. So yeah, do that, let it dry, and then we're ready for our next step, which will be our base coat. So as a lot of you probably know, if you have been a subscriber of mine for a while, you would know that I have developed an allergy to HEMA, which is hydroxyethyl methacrylate, and that is a component that kind of solidifies and hardens up gel nail polish. And to put it in simple terms, and it's found in a lot of more affordable gel polishes, and overexposure can lead to an allergy, and that's unfortunately what had happened to me. It's my own fault for not being careful. But I have had to since switch to a 100% HEMA-free process when it comes to my nails. So everything that I am using today is HEMA-free. So if you are also someone with a HEMA allergy, this video is for you. So to bond the nail glue to my nails, I'm going to need a base coat. There are so many different methods for doing like the Gel X process, if you will. Opera Gel X is the original brand, so other brands have kind of made their own way to go about it, and I'm using stuff not from Opera. I've yet to try them, but I'm using stuff from other brands, so the process is going to vary product to product. So for my specific glue, I do need a base coat, and I am using the Madame Glam base coat. It's just a gel base polish, and this one is HEMA free, which is why I am using this one. And of course, to go along with the base, we need a glue, and this is currently what I am using, and it is called the 123 Go Bubblegum Gel in Clear by enelcouture.com. This product is HEMA-free and hypoallergenic, and I have had absolutely no issues or reactions to this at all, and that is why I swear by it and love it. So this is what I use to do my Gel X method, and the texture is like, just as it states, like a bubblegum jelly. So first of all, this packaging is so cute. It's like a almost like putty-like consistency, I guess you could say. It's pliable. You can mold it with your fingers. I wouldn't recommend that, but it's fine if you do because it's hypoallergenic. But yeah, because of the texture of this, I go in with a base coats so they adhere together and play nicely. And any products that are not available on Amazon, I'll have separate links for those in the same area on my description box. You guys can find everything if you're interested in any of this stuff. So to go along with that, this isn't a must-have, but it definitely makes your life a lot easier. And that is 1 mount nail lamp. It has a little plug that plugs into a USB-A port. And this one, I will say, does not have like the feature where it turns on when you put your finger under it and then it turns off. You have to click the button to turn it on and off. Obviously it's not plugged in right now. I unfortunately can't have it in frame just because of my setup, but I wanted to show you this. So basically, I'll do a little like fake demo. What I would do is get my glue on my nail, apply it, and then obviously have the button pressed, and then do a quick flash cure for like 10 seconds, and then take it out, and then once all 5 fingers are done, I'll go in for a full 2-minute cure. So again, this isn't 100% necessary, it's just super helpful and makes your life a lot easier when doing gel extensions. So obviously you would know that you would need a full-on UV LED nail lamp, so that's a given. Mine is towards the back here just to keep it out of frame because the blue light is super obnoxious. But yeah, that is pretty much everything that I'm going to need for this first part, which will be the application, and then after that we'll go over the colors I'm using, design I'm doing, and all that fun stuff. So let's get into the application process. Alright, so I went ahead and zoomed you guys in so we can get a closer look at everything. But as of right now, I'm going to apply a thin layer of base gel on all of my nails. And then once the base coat is applied, we're going to go ahead and do a 2-minute cure. Now, a lot of people say only like 30 seconds, a minute. It depends on the lamp you have. While my lamp's pretty strong, I'm super paranoid now after having an allergy, so I'm like 2 minutes for everything, no matter what. So we're just gonna do a thin coat on all of the fingers. Filming like this is honestly so difficult when you're doing something that requires a lot of like really skilled detail work and like focus, because I'm trying to make sure I'm in focus on camera and in frame, as well as paying attention to like the task at hand. So bear with me if there's like moments of the camera not being focused. Alright, so base coat's applied. Now I'm gonna go in for a 2-minute cure. Okay, so I have already placed the glue on the back of my other 4 nails, and I'm just gonna show you one because it's just a boring, tedious process, to be honest. But basically, how this glue works is you take your nail and you scoop up the amount of glue that you think you're gonna need, and you really don't need that much of it unless there's a super like strong C curve in there, but like that should be a good amount for me. And then that's literally it for the glue, because we already put our base coat on. We're done with the base coat. Now it's just the application process, which is so easy. I love it. gonna go ahead and turn my lamp on, which you won't see. Make sure we're straight and all the way on. Going for one last bit of pressure and then pop it under the light for about 10 seconds. And depending on the product you have, you might feel something that is called a heat spike. That tends to happen if you have too much product, or it can just happen to anyone really if your nail beds are thin. So if you feel that heat, just pull it away from the light. You don't want to burn yourself or hurt yourself, so just be aware that that can happen. But there is that one. Now this is just flash cured like I mentioned earlier, so once all the rest of my nails are on, we're gonna go in for a full 2-minute cure. Sorry there aren't like a ton of trigger sounds. This is mainly like a whisper video, but I still think nail videos are so relaxing even when people have their normal speaking voice and I watch just like regular nail YouTubers. I love it. And a little spillage. I find the spillage to be easier to clean up with this kind of material versus like the kind that comes in like a nail polish bottle. Alright, now for a 10-second flash cure. Once you get used to this, it is literally the easiest thing. I know a lot of people struggle with this method, but it's truly so easy. And now we are on to the last nail. Alright, so all 5 nails are applied, and now I'm gonna go ahead and do my 2-minute cure. Alright, so now that I have done my full 2-minute cure, we are going to have to take the shine off of the surface of the nails, and I'm going to use that with a buffing block. You could use an e-file if you really wanted to. I don't need to because I don't have any like spillage or anything to clean up, so a buffer just works great for me. This step is super important because if you do not buff the surface of your nail, your gel polish will most likely peel. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to happen to everybody because sometimes it just doesn't, but in my personal opinion and through trial and error, buffing's the way to go, and I'm just going to stand firmly by it. So, I am just going to buff the shine off of my nails. I'll probably edit out most of the buffing because I'm sure some people can't stand the sound. But for the purposes of this video, I'll just do one so you see how we want it to look, which is just like that. So let me do the rest of my nails and then we will go to the next step. Okay, so now that all the buffing is done, we want to go ahead and get all of that dust and debris off. So we're going to go back in with some alcohol and just get that all cleaned up. And this is also going to act as like another dehydrator, even though it is a false nail and not a real nail. It still is part of the process and helps quite a bit in my opinion. Okay, so now we are finally to the fun part, which is the painting. So here is a very close-up of the design we are doing today. As we can see, we have a light pink sparkly base with this bubblegum and baby pink French tip design. And then I have these super cute little flowers on the ring and index finger. So I love it. I'm obsessed with these. This is probably one of my favorite sets I've done on myself in quite a while. So yeah, let's get to it. So I know that I've already showed you these in the beginning of the reserve. So I'm gonna go ahead and start applying that to all of my nails. You guys, I am so happy that I switched over to like the Gel X nail extension process. I actually have been doing my nails since 2020, you know, when the whole world like shut down. And I started by doing acrylics, and I did my own acrylics for a little over a year, and then I switched to press-ons. And then I got an allergy, and now here we are. I got really good at acrylics too, but I'll be honest, acrylics are just a pain in the butt, and I'm over them. This is just more fun, and I like switching my nails out frequently. And the nice part about these is the soak-off process is so much faster and easier. I might do like a time lapse and speed through this part. We'll see how long the video is when I'm editing. But this is gonna be a long one, and I know some of you have been asking me if I could do longer videos, and your wish has been granted. I know I'm applying this weird, but I'm at a weird angle. So I'm just trying to make sure I can see what I'm doing while staying in the frame. And sorry if you can like hear me breathing heavy, the mic's like right in my face. I'll try to like edit it out the best I can. So yeah, that is our first coat. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 minutes and then come back to the second coat and so on and so forth. 2-minute cure done, and now we're going in for our second and final coat of this shade. I'll definitely speed up the second coat because you get the point by now, I'm sure. Oh, and really quickly I wanted to mention I'm starting to do a ton of nail videos on my TikTok, so if you want more nail content that is short and sweet, that you definitely will not be seeing on here, check me out there, because I love making my quick nail videos there. They're so much fun. This shade is so beautiful. It is like the perfect sparkly semi-sheer shade to put underneath like French tips like I'm doing, or even like other nail designs like swirl designs. So pretty, I love it. Okay, now again, you guessed it, back for a 2-minute cure. Okay, you guys, so now we are getting into the fun part. This might be a challenge for me to do on camera, but I will do my best, and that is the French tip. So, I am going to be using this brush to do my French tip design. Now I got this off of Shein for like $1. So if you're looking for brushes and you do not mind Shein, highly recommend checking them out. But if you're someone that doesn't like waiting for Shein or just doesn't want to support them in general, which I totally get, then you can find some on Amazon. I actually have a set by Beetles and it's amazing. This one I'm just used to using all the time, so I love it. But this is just a very thin striping brush, and it is like my go-to brush for French tips, so I love it. And then off to the side here I have a little paper towel and a little dapping dish with alcohol in it, just so I can keep my brush clean in between and you don't need much because we're only doing 3 nails. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my brush coated with a thin layer, but not like too much. And the first step is going to be to make sure it matches and is even with this thumb. So I'm going to try to like eyeball. That should be good. So everyone does like their French tips differently. So just do whatever is easiest for you. Oh my gosh, this angle I'm on is so awkward. I might have to show you on my other fingers, but we'll try it just because. Oh my gosh, this angle sucks. But we're going with it. It's a lot more challenging to do this on yourself versus like on nail stands. If I were to do a press-on set, I can whip those out so fast. And it took me forever to do my right hand because obviously I'm right-handed. So using my non-dominant hand to do like a perfect arch was tricky. But I would say that's pretty even. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not like that insane about it. So I'm gonna do the basic outline on all the nails and then I'll fill them in once that's all finished. Okay, so I really quickly just filled those in off camera because it was just so difficult to do at the angle I'm at, like I said. But I'll fill this one in on camera for you just so you can see what I do. I just take the brush from the polish bottle and then just fill it in. You can use the striping brush, sometimes I do. It just takes a little longer, but I'll usually use the striping brush to get in the like nooks and crannies at the very end of the smile line. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cure for 2 minutes and then we're gonna come back and do a second coat of the pink. So to save time, I went ahead and did my second coat off camera because I really had to be precise with it because I already laid the foundation down. And then at the same time after that, I just went ahead and did the top coat, so if I touch them or anything, I don't get any of that sticky residue on my fingers. So I top coated them with the Nail Reserve No Wipe Top Coat, which is a personal favorite of mine because I'm not a fan of having to wipe off that sticky layer because it's just an added step. Now it's not the end of the world, but a no wipe is the way to go. So that is the top coat that I used. Now for the last 2 nails, we will be going in with Nail Reserve Baby Rose, and it just is that, the prettiest baby pink rose shade. So again, on my mixing palette here, and then we just repeat the process on the last 2 nails. Okay, so again, to save time, because this video is already long and you get the idea, I'm gonna go ahead and finish these 2 with 2 coats, and then I'll come back and show you the flowers and little design pattern that I'm going to do with them. So we have the 2 coats complete on the light pink shade here. Now it's time for the fun part, and we're gonna put on these little flowers. So I already have them set aside here, but I'm going to show you what what I am using. So these little flowers come in 6 different colors, and I personally got these on Shein, but they have the same ones on Amazon. So again, if you're not a fan of Shein or don't like waiting for their stuff, I'll link these down below. But I used the pink and white flowers, so let's put them on. So here is the rhinestone glue that I use. Excuse how beat up it is, I use it so much. But this is the McCart rhinestone glue, and in my opinion it is the best one that I've found. I've had no issues with gems or charms falling off. I swear by this stuff, top fave. So what I'm going to do is just squeeze a little bit where I would like to place my flowers. And then I'll add more as needed. And then same thing on this finger, but we're going with the alternate side. So taking a little wax pen here, I'm going to place my flowers. Had to add a little extra glue there. Just want to line them up, make sure they're matching, and it looks like they are. And then we'll go ahead and do the next finger as well. And then once these are placed, I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. So the next thing that I did was put tiny little dollops of rhinestone glue in the center of each flower so I can place the little pearls and gold caviar beads. And then once those are placed, we will cure again. Alright, ready for a cure. Now that the flowers are cured, I can go ahead and finish off the nails by top coating these 2, since I already top coated the other 3. And then that will be it for the nails. Now when I do flowers like this, I always go over them with the top coat because then it keeps the caviar beads and pearls from fading away or having like the shine rub off. So that's just like a little hack that I do. So once this top coat is on, we'll do our final 2-minute cure. Alright, you guys, so the nails are complete. And like I mentioned earlier, this is one of my favorite sets that I have done in a while. I'm so happy as to how they turned out. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, even though it was more of like a whispery video and not so much trigger focused. But I know some of you have been asking me to do nail videos, so I had to do it. But anyways, thank you guys so